subject I wish they taught in high school was A. Date Rape 101, B. Gangster Ebonics for crackers, or C. The pull-out method. I'm gonna go with C. Connor.
Yeah, so I have a contingency here. I will take B if it's taught by a white guy.
Oh my god.
Otherwise, if it's not taught by a white guy, I'll take C.
Buy crackers for crackers.
Right?
You ever notice how often people don't use an ashtray, but they use anything else for an ashtray except for an ashtray?
Rob, what are you using for an ashtray?
A McDonald's lid.
Overrated or underrated? The risky text.
Overrated or underrated? The risky text.
Underrated, send that shit.
Is it recording? I didn't hear
It's gone.
it. Oh, okay.
It's gone.
All right. This week we are heading to the south,
To the south.
to the incest capital of the world, Alabama.
Alabama.
We're
Sweet home Alabama.
where we're going to try and contact a thief. Now it's going to be hard to contact this thief because this thief stole a cell phone tower.
Wait. What?
That's right. Forget gallons of bull semen in a cardboard box. This man took a cell phone radio tower, and some people are a little mad at this. The AM transmitter. A radio station in Jasper, Alabama, went silent after the tower and the transmitter were stolen. At this moment, no one knows where it is. As of recording, no one knows where this thing is. But that's a little weird. There's a tower over there. But no,
So like the whole tower is gone.
the whole tower is gone.
It just stole
The tower.
the whole tower.
The whole tower's gone. Yeah. Whole 200-foot tower gone.
Right. This how it's
I don't know how they did it, but I can't wait to see the report on how they did it.
yeah. I want to see that
And
too.
where they put 200 feet of tower in their house.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit of an eyesore, but you get used to it.
Imagine the internet capabilities on
Oh my
that.
god. You're gonna have lightning download Sea of Thieves. Done.
Yeah, it's down. Oh, this might be Rob. This might be a minute. Oh, never mind.
Never mind. Right, honestly.
Like, well, what internet do you have? I got 200 feet of internet. It's like, what?
Oh.
I got 200 feet of internet. What do you mean 200 feet? Oh, it's done now. It's like, when'd you start it?
Now. Dude, that'd be crazy. You just
Imagine
a direct internet line.
Imagine the argument that you and I would get in of like, you need to download this right fucking now. You need this right now. It's like, I'll get to it.
Fucking Wi-Fi.
Bitch, your fucking Wi-Fi is 2 seconds.
What do you mean a minute? You don't even need that long.
I'm in the middle of a heist. Oh, okay. Also, Florida update. We haven't been to Florida yet this season, but don't worry, we're on our way there. Anyway, this week we're starting just a little bit on Florida, in Florida's coast, and where a man in his pickup truck have been arrested
Oh boy.
for trying to make it surf,
Like on the water?
like on the water, yeah,
In an ocean?
in an ocean.
With a surfboard.
There was no surfboard
With a truck.
with a truck.
A
The
truck.
man was driving his truck just through the ocean, trying to get it to surf.
Huh.
And the gem of this story, at least the top gem of this story, was they pulled him out and were questioning him. He was honest to God, I thought it could surf.
Mm.
I mean, the other gem was this isn't Kansas, is it?
Right. This isn't Kansas. No, this is Florida.
No. But I was thinking about this the other day when I first saw this, because there used to be a show. You might have heard it referenced before, but it was a show called WKRP in Cincinnati.
Maybe.
It's like the show in like the 80s.
Sure.
But it was like about it like a radio station. And see, fits the topic. We don't do random shit in the story section. That's for random thoughts. But the one episode was during Thanksgiving, and they got up like enough donations that they like gave out like free turkeys for like whoever got there the fastest or whatever. But instead of just handing people the frozen turkeys, they threw them out of a helicopter. And no, but I'll see if I can find the video while we're getting ready for random thoughts. But they're just falling out of the helicopter because turkeys can't fly. And they got like this reporter that's there like covering things like, oh, what's that coming out of the? They don't have oh, the humanity! Oh, the humanity! So at the very end of the episode, the owner of the radio station comes back and goes, "Honest to God, I thought turkeys could fly."
Honest to God. I thought they could fly. Jesus. Honest to God.
See, that's our first story from Florida this year, and it's only getting worse for me.
It only gets worse. Florida. That should be their like slogan. State slogan.
The
Is that a
state
thing?
slogan is "It only gets worse."
Is that a thing? State slogan?
I don't think it's called like a slogan. I think it's just like a motto, maybe. Or
Maybe.
I
I
don't
don't
know what
know.
it's called. I don't know what it's called. I know it's not a slogan. Got any comments about the surf and pickup truck? Does it surprise you at all?
No. No.
Just no.
It's Florida, man.
It's Florida man.
Actually, it's Kansas, man.
Well, it didn't say where he was from, but it said it was in Florida, so we can only assume that it was Florida.
You said earlier that it was Kansas.
No, he said, wait, so this isn't Kansas. It didn't say he was from Kansas. He said, wait, isn't this Kansas?
That's what I mean, the Kansas man. Because he wants to be in Kansas, or he thought it was
Okay.
Kansas.
Okay.
If you were in Florida, why would you think it's Kansas?
What is there to do in Florida?
What is there to do in Kansas?
That's Kansas' state motto. What is there to do in Kansas? It
Yeah,
just on the
I'm
side, new flag. It just says, "What is there to do in Kansas?" And then there's just someone just pictured on it. Just
Just a confused person. That's the new state flag.
Or it's the fuck, what is it? It's that blinking meme. As a, what is there to do again?
You ready?
I'm ready to move on. So with that, we're gonna move on to random thoughts with Rob.
So, losers, we back at it again.
This
Yeah.
is random thoughts with Rob. So Rob, take it away.
Wow. I don't know.
And this has been random thoughts with Rob. So Rob.
Did I ever tell you, or no, I probably did, about my bilingual headset?
Yeah, this was on a recent episode.
I just think about that sometimes. Do you know what else I think about? J. Jonah Jameson and J.K. Simmons in the role
Mhm.
when he did the laugh and then he goes, "You serious?" Dude, I say that shit in real life all the fucking time. You serious? Dude, J.K. Simmons is great actor.
You know he was in a farmer's commercial?
I did know
In-
that he
in
was in
multiple.
a lot of farmers commercials. Yes.
I think my favorite one of those, like even still, are like in the Hall of Distinction that they've got busts of everything that happened. Or when he denies a kid a balloon for being a farmer's insurance member for 2 years. Like, like, have you been a farmer's insurance member for 2 years? I'm 8. Like,
Then no.
then no, you don't get a balloon.
Also, Whiplash is a good movie. Good fucking movie. You seen any good movies lately?
I wouldn't say movies, but TV, yes.
What you been watching?
So I've told you this, and I've had you look this up kind of because I've kind of explained it to him. But I haven't told them this yet. I have finished season 4. They're already announced that they're going to be a season 5. I think they said it's going to start being on Apple TV later this year. But I mean, if that's going to be one of the reasons why you get Apple, that would be a very good reason. It's a show called For All Mankind, and well, Robert chokes. And the second there.
Mm.
I'm changing this episode title to Robert Dies.
Ugh. I'm good.
Okay. So
No, just keep going. I'm
okay.
good.
That episode show is called For All Mankind. It's basically like this kind of like sci-fi reality kind of thing. Not like reality as like Jersey Shore reality, but like it follows like an actual like timeline, but it like changes only like a certain amount of events that actually happened. So like the uh the first season takes place in the 60s. In I think 67. And the big thing with that one, it was like the only event that was shown was that um I need stuff cheesy bread.
Yo, what they say about cheesy bread?
Um
I want to know what they say about cheesy bread.
anyway, in 69, as I would hope you know, US landed on the moon. Well, in 67, at least in this show, Russia lands on the moon first. And establishes their base camp kind of thing.
Right.
So basically, like the first season is the US trying to um, catch up to the Soviets. And they send up like these three people that obviously have like never, I mean, not never met each other, but like are at each other's throats almost all the time, which is funny as hell. Because literally the one person's comeback whenever they're losing an argument is, well, I might as well just walk outside. It's- yeah, basically. And then that's basically like the entire season is they're building base. Season two, the base gets bigger. Time moves, I think maybe 3 or 4 years further down the line. Base gets bigger. There's different people up there. There's change in command, but in this one, um, you start to see like um, the private sector kind of thing. So like not like NASA and um, Roscosmos and ESA. You're starting to see things like it's not SpaceX.
I was just about to
It's not
say.
SpaceX, but it's like SpaceX.
Space Force.
No,
Oh.
that's its own show, and it's very funny. Steve Carell is in it. I suggest you watch it. Because literally in the first episode, he shows up in like his like Air Force gear and like a tin helmet.
Yeah, that's not very good.
But their SpaceX is what they call Helios. It's basically the same thing as them. It's just a lot less successful at this time.
Mm.
So that whole thing is like trying to get like all three of them to agree while the Cold War is still technically going on, and then Russians attack the Americans that are on the moon, basically sending both the Earth and moon operations into chaos. I'm also trying not to give so much of it away either.
Right.
Then season three, it moves on 10 years. Helios is now fully functioning and has 2 hotels in space that are like the space station. The two of the 3 people from the first season that get marooned on the moon, because that's how it is basically, are like back together again, and they're set to go on this like next crew turnover back to the moon again. And surprise, surprise, their wife tags along. the one of them has their wife tag along because she is a TV personality and they think that it would look best for business.
Oh, boy.
Well, that happens. They get divorced on the way up.
Nice.
um, that whole thing has a fallout, and like the very last episode, they're attacked again by the Russians, and they cover themselves in duct tape to fix something outside, because they have no access to spacesuits without going through the opposite side of the base of how it was built.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to go through the Russians literally standing at the door. So they went out the back door, covered in duct tape to repair like electrical things on the outside. It sounds like Among Us, right?
Right.
Like it's
Right.
um but they both die.
Nice.
They're able to fix it, but they both die. Now it's discovered that at the very end of the season, there's a race to Mars. The season ends in the middle of the race, but the flight director for NASA discovers that her engine design was leaked to Russia
Ooh.
from an inside source.
Ooh. There's a rat.
She spends the last 2 episodes of that season trying to figure out who it is. And then
It's her. She was
it's not, and I'm not
Sleep
giving you
rat.
the answer.
sleep ratting.
It's not, and I'm not giving you the answer either.
She was sleep
Because it will
ratting.
become very apparent of who did after you watch the first season.
Sleep ratting.
But and then the last season that I just finished, like 2 weeks ago.
Mm.
It's not that long of like a thing either. It's like 8 episodes, and each one is like an hour. There's 4 seasons right now, so it's not bad. They're on Mars. They've got this giant habitation thing on Mars. They discover who it is that leaked the engine to them, and surprise, surprise, it was the flight director's only friend.
Mm. Leak. Mole.
Mole, yeah, basically. The what, there's 2 people. One because the one died. There's 2 people that still are there from the original missions from the first season. Both of them are now on Mars.
Nice.
And one of them is so old that if you put it on a timeline of like when he went up during like the first season, this dude's easily 90. That he's on
Yeah.
Mars now. He's, there's no fucking way he's not. But the one Russian who ends up doing stuff with that guy's daughter who was up there, that guy ends up dying after his suit explodes.
Damn.
So the daughter's 8 months pregnant at this point, so they put her on what they call the hopper. Now the hopper was this thing that they used. It was like kind of like these tiny rocket kind of thing, but they weren't getting enough fuel out of the ground to get her up into orbit. So what was the most common thing that you would think to do? Well, let's put her on top and just shoot it off.
Space execution?
Kind of, but there goes the space station and it catches her. It catches her. It's fine. She ends up having the kid. And that's where the last season stops.
Mm.
So then they like teased the next part, and it was like so the first season was the 60s. The second season was like 76. The third season was 81. And then the fourth season like pushed way past the 90s. And
Next
it's-
season,
it's
2024.
Not that far off, actually. Season 4 was
COVID, but space.
half of that cast would be dead by now.
They call it they get COVID in space.
Right.
They call it lunar sickness.
Lunar
or some
vid.
shit like that. Mars vid.
Mars vid. But season 4 is like 2003, and then season 5, I think, said 2012.
End of the world.
Basically.
Could you imagine all those people up there thinking that Earth is fucking done?
They're the
All
only
those
ones left.
Y2K believers. Or that's the wrong year.
That'll be past.
2K12 believers.
Mhm.
That's what it was.
Do you remember when that was a thing?
Yep.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I didn't believe any part of it. And like, who's the jackass that came up with this? Like, 12. I can't even remember what it is now.
It's the Mayan calendar. It ends in 2012.
Yeah, like it ends in 2012. It's like on the 12th day of December in 2012, at 12:12. I'm like, is that AM or PM?
Right. Can I be asleep in school, please?
Can I at least be in school when the world ends? Because I'd like to see what everybody else does.
Right.
And then it's like 12:12, 12:13. It's like, oh, we're survivors.
Oh, fuck.
God damn it. No, but I remember that. That was dumb.
Oh yeah, that was so dumb.
I'm pretty sure the people that believed in that now, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, we're not going to lose any listeners this way. They're all Trump supporters now.
Yeah, that tracks.
Did you see it? Probably not, but Joe Biden put a troll post out after the Super Bowl.
What do you do?
So he did like the fucking like red eye
Mhm.
thing as he, like, so backstory is that Trump supporters thought that the Democrats were going to use Taylor Swift as a Trojan horse to make the Chiefs win, and then she was going to jump out of the box and go down there and endorse Biden for president, which didn't happen. The Chiefs won, yes, but she didn't jump out of the box, and she didn't endorse Biden.
Right.
But Biden obviously said that this is bullshit. He didn't say anything about it. And after the game, he's got the post. He's got like the fucking modified picture with like just the red eyes, and it's just like, I told you so. Let me see if I can find it really quick.
I told you so.
Let me see if I can find it really quick. It wasn't we told you so. It was just like we drew it up.
Just like we drew it out.
Now, it should be said that this came from Joe Biden's actual account.
Oh my god, I love that.
Because someone's first comment on it was, I thought this was a bot.
The actual Joe Biden.
Right?
All right, I think I'm all random.
Yeah, I am too. So we're going to move on to overrated or underrated. And now a game where you either agree with us or you're wrong.
Think about that.
But if we don't agree with each other, then everybody's wrong.
Yes.
This is overrated or underrated.
Welcome.
So he goes, welcome. Halfway through the episode, welcome. People just move through the chapters, just be like, nah, fuck this random thought shit.
Welcome.
Oh man. All right. Overrated or underrated? The I told you so text.
Sending or receiving?
Receiving.
Underrated.
Underrated?
Wait, no. Overrated.
No, I was gonna say overrated because
Yeah,
it's
fuck
underrated if you're the one sending it.
Yes. Overrated receiving that shit. You're just like, oh, motherfucker, come say this to my say it to my face. You know what I mean?
Imagine they come up and say it to your face then. Just
Depending on the person, this is different reactions.
all right, yeah. So receiving overrated, sending underrated. Okay. Overrated or underrated? Doing silly shit for money. You know where I got this from? Cake sitting from 2 weeks ago. Underrated.
Also underrated. Not the cake sitting. Not return of the cake sitting.
To go with our oh Jesus, to go with our call in, our invisible radio tower. Overrated or underrated? Call in radio shows.
Overrated. Who the fuck listens to radio anymore? Get Spotify or YouTube or some shit. I don't know.
So here's the thing about this. News ones are not that funny. Sports ones are very funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like take ours for a second of the 550. 90% of the time they're either talking about the Bills, the Sabres, or MAGA. Okay, so if it's the Bills or the Sabres, someone will call in with their comment about it. And then like it starts like it's going the right way, and then it goes to the right a little bit. And then it just keeps going.
And then it just keeps going.
To the point where they're comparing a Bills player to a Sabres player. That is entertaining. So for that, underrated. But if it's the news, it's overrated. Overrated or underrated? The end of the NFL season.
Underrated. Needs to be faster.
Adding an extra week onto the schedule is annoying. Although it does give me something to watch because it pushes the Super Bowl back a week further, so I don't have as much time between football and baseball season. So that's like the only thing I like about it. Otherwise, fuck it. It takes too long. Also, why are the last 2 minutes in any football game either at halftime or at the very end the most exciting? And the rest of it is awful.
Who knows?
That's why I like college more. Because the last 2 minutes in either of those sections are like the entire game.
Right.
So it's just more entertaining. It's just how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, overrated or underrated? Giving yourself a nickname. I think this is overrated.
Underrated, because I did it.
And that nickname is?
Rob.
Okay, so here's the thing. On paper, your name is
Robert.
okay, and you tell everybody that your name is
Rob.
okay, and if I met another Robert, do I call him Robert or Rob?
That's up to you. It depends on the Robert or the Rob.
It depends on the Robert.
It depends on the Robert. I don't know what to tell you.
Do you like meet every week or something like that? It's like the Freemasons, it's the Free Roberts.
It is my ownership of Rob this week. I am the
I have
Grand
the
Rob.
keys.
No, that's how it works. There's one Rob for the week, and everyone else is Robert.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So when's your week?
Next week.
Oh, okay.
I'm Grand Rob next week.
Okay. Overrated or underrated? It's the last one, at least that I have. Having your child film something while you do something stupid. Underrated.
Overrated. Because what if you get hurt?
Yes, you get hurt, but if you think about it, if you film the kid filming the parent, you get to see the kid's reaction of the parent doing something stupid.
Okay, how about you just flip it? The parent doing watching the kid doing something stupid. That shit's funny. That shit's underrated.
Yeah, that is
Watching kids eat shit, that shit's funny.
I gotta show you something after. Do you have any more?
Nope.
No? Okay. All right. So with that, we're gonna move on to fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank.
All right, we're gonna do fill in the blank, and we're just gonna do Disturbed, because I forgot the Cards Against Humanity cards. So,
Yes.
so Rob, take it away.
I would prefer my children to be raised by A. Creepy goths, B. Religious conservatives, or C. Bill Cosby.
I'm gonna say A, so it's the lowest chance of getting molested.
Agreed. I would least approve of my son or daughter bringing home A. a rapist, B. a Nazi, or C. a telemarketer.
Oh, C. I mean, come on.
I don't know. I'd be a little concerned if my son or daughter brought home a Nazi. I'd be a little concerned.
I'd be a little concerned. Let's face it, telemarketers are terrible people. Now, yes, they're still Nazis. They're still what's the other one? Rapists.
Yes.
Okay, I had to think about that for a second. They're still yes, they're still those. But let's let's just imagine this. They walk through your door and you've been called by this jackass multiple times.
Mhm.
Wouldn't you be pissed that your son or daughter shows up with this person who you've already chosen like 9 different voices to fuck with anyway? You're like, God damn it, he knows I'm real now.
Now he knows I'm real.
And my phone number.
Yo, oh no. In this world, I think we need more A, gun control, B, taxes on the rich, or this, I'd pick this one, C, abortions.
There's a lot of stupid people.
Yes.
Although I agree with both A and B, C is really a concern.
Indeed. If my sex life was a book, it would be called A, the Bible, C, Sex for Dummies, or C, 50 Shades of AIDS.
Pass.
His answer is A, the Bible.
Sure. Out of those, yeah.
Out of those. Mine would probably be B. One disturbing thing I could not turn away from watching is A, zombies eating unicorns.
Well,
That's-
unicorns aren't
Right,
real, so
that's not a real option. Sorry.
no.
B, wrinkly side boob.
I'm waiting for the last one.
This is different in person now.
Okay.
C, the person to my right getting finger banged by a gremlin.
This is different in person now.
This is different now.
Does the answer change? No, it doesn't.
No. I'm sorry, Connor. I got you to see this one through. No, this is the same card. I was just saying, you gotta see this one through.
Yeah. Pass.
I think the best rule the government can implement is A, trust fund babies must work in homeless shelters.
Yes.
B, dumb people cannot have children.
Yes.
Yes. Or C, women can't vote while on the rag. Nah, I'm gonna have to go B.
I'm gonna have to go B because if we went C, we'd be canceled.
Yeah.
That was
If I was a famous,
whoa.
if I was a famous celebrity, my bodyguard would be A, Solange Knowles. I don't know who that is. B, Chris Brown. Or C, George Zimmerman. I'm gonna go with Chris Brown.
I'm gonna go with Chris Brown too. He can swing.
Yes.
Like-
All right, last one. Here we go.
Last one.
I spent most of my childhood A, giving away my lunch money.
No.
B, preying on the weak. Or C, making my mommy and daddy proud.
I'm gonna stick with the same answer that I did before. And B.
A.
All
All right, that's it for Disturbed,
That's
y'all.
it for this Disturb, so we're gonna move on to complaining about some shit.
Yes, we will.
All right, we're complaining about some bullshit, and I'm complaining about being a delivery driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. So last week, I kind of told you this already. Um, I do Instacart sometimes, and you get like these orders or whatever. It's like, oh, you have to go to like this certain store because this has alcohol in it, so you have to go to a certain one. So I'm go around, I'm like half done, and it's like, do you want to add this extra order? Um, if you want to add this extra order, we'll give you a certain amount of money. Now, of course, I hit accept because, hell yeah, 4 bags of pretzels. That's all I have to add for an extra $35.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's retarded if you don't take that. Except it didn't tell me where the house was, and I was in Lockport at the time, and then drove. Ready for this? To Batavia.
I oh
But I made $35 extra on top of that $40
so
order.
you got cost for the trip back.
Yeah. And I got enough gas for that order, for the money that I got from that order for another week, just on gas alone,
Look at that.
which was kind of nice.
Dude, DoorDash, when I was DoorDashing, that shit was bunk. Hated that. Mm-mm.
You and I went together once.
That was funny as
That
hell.
was funny as
That
hell.
was too funny. Those people were so mad. Yo, they were so mad.
So bad. Yeah, my 4.8 went down to like a 4 that night.
Jesus. Man, that was rough. Where did we go? We went from like Taco Bell.
Well, we went from no, because we went from your apartment before.
Right,
That's
that was
where I met you.
Cornell.
Yeah, so we went from there to Denny's to
There was a Taco Bell stop.
there was a Taco Bell stuff, but I got one from Denny's, which we went and got. And then as soon as we pulled out of the Denny's parking lot, you got one for like the some Chinese place or whatever,
Oh, right.
which you said was on the way, and it was the opposite direction of where mine was, which was the first text of, "Where the hell are you going?"
Where are you going?
Uh, um, so there was that one, and then we delivered both of them, and then you got one for Burger King in North Tonawanda,
Right.
and then I got one for like Mighty Taco. And then both of them were like split apart. So we're deciding, it's like, which one's closer? It's like neither.
We were out for like maybe like 4 or 5
It
hours.
was like 4.5 hours or
We-
something like that.
we-
I already
we-
did
we
it.
did
I already
like-
did DoorDash like that entire day.
We did like
And then
5
I went out
orders
for another
total.
4.5 hours.
We did like 5 orders total.
In
Dude,
4
that shit was
hours.
so annoying.
Well, we did four orders between the two of us
Right.
in 4 hours
Yeah, that was annoying.
because we didn't get anything either.
We just kept driving around halfway across the city.
Let's see, what other good ones? Well, fucking annoying. Okay, so the self checkouts now, depending on what time it is, it depends on what time it is that they're enforcing this fucking 20-item rule. Like, I can go to Wegmans at like 9 a.m. if I have an order with like 3 orders, and they'll just let me through.
Mhm.
If I go there at noon, they won't let me. Then I will then have to make the single pour sap at the cash register
Cash it
and
all.
pass 3 Instacart orders. Like, dude, I could just do this all myself. It's like, no, it's for flow. I'm like, the
There's
only
no
one
you.
here. Like, you got 9 self checkouts open. I'm the only one here. Like,
Remember when like all the checkout lanes used to be open?
Back when people used to work at Wegmans.
Yep. And like Tops and like all the places. And then like COVID. But like before COVID too.
Yeah, no, still. Um, what was it? Oh, there was one order that I did. It was a three order, like three orders on one, which is fine. I get those almost all the time, so it doesn't really bother me. Just depends on where they are, because if it's like at an Aldi and it's three orders, I would rather do the three orders at that one that has the self checkouts than at one that doesn't. Because I then spend another 20 minutes trying to figure out
Where
who has what, because they just pile everything in and like don't like attempt to separate it at all, even though I asked them to. They just drop it in the cart and like, but the self checkouts there are easy because you could just like because you have to buy the bag. Um, you just swipe the bag, pop it open, and then just load shit in it. And then swipe the next bag, load shit in it. Like all right there, instead of like just taking it somewhere else and then putting it everything in. So that makes it really nice. Which makes it really fucking annoying when I get one from the one on Main Street because they don't have it and they only have one cashier. And literally all of Buffalo, whenever I need to go there, is at that Aldi.
all of Buffalo.
I think my record for being in line, like just in line, not even like checking out or like bagging or anything, in line there, my record was probably 40 minutes.
Damn.
It was nuts. Um, oh, tip your people.
Yes.
We you may not know this, but for at least for Instacart, you're able to see how much they tipped you. Um, and especially when you like order, like when we like pick up orders, it says like how much we're guaranteed and then how much of the tip. We automatically, at least for me, if it's like a $5 order, like yes, there's only like five things in it, but it's like it's $5 and no tip, I'm chucking that one aside.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I'd rather get 90 things and have to drive it across half the state for what would that end up being? Like $100 plus a tip. I'd rather do that than
Could you imagine if you just got like an order from like fucking Florida or like California or some shit? Just like, I won't be able to make it.
I won't be able to make it. But of course they like want shit that uh this usually how it works with DoorDash too. Like if something gets like canceled or something like that and you already have it, it's just technically yours. Because you already got it. If it's food, they're not allowed to take it back, technically. Um it always ends up being something that you don't want.
Mhm.
So that would just be like hundreds of dollars of groceries that I would have no use for. Start selling shit on just go it up. It's like, if you give me $5, I'll give you this bag full of all these green beans. There was one more that I wanted to tell you. Oh, the people that are like, I'm not sure if you've had experience with this or not, but like the BJ's people or the Sam's Club people that like are in there trying to sell you shit.
Mhm.
If you're in there like doing like Instacart or like DoorDash doesn't really do shopping anymore. Um, but for like Instacart and like stuff like that, they try to sell you on their credit card. Like, bro, I'm not even paying with my own money.
Right.
One of them at one time asked me if I wanted to go through the express lane. I'm like, I would love to go through the express lane. He's like, great, you have the app. I'm like, nope. And he's like, oh, why not? I see you all the time. Like, because I Instacart here.
He has the app.
Nope. Still no. um, but no, one of them tried to sell me on the credit card the other day. It's like, well, I see you in here all the time. I'm like, yeah, because I get Instacart orders here from here all the time, which makes it even more funny because I usually get them from the one that's over here, but they'll go from like here to like fucking Newfane. Ends up being like $40. Like,
There you go.
that is fuck around money right there. So. But then the assholes that this was the thing that I was gonna bitch about. The assholes that give you like the large money orders. You obviously want to be as nice as possible to them so they don't fucking take away your tip.
Yeah.
Because they can do that up to 2 hours after you deliver it.
Damn.
Sometimes you lose maybe like $1 or $2, and it's kind of understandable. Or you lose like some change amount because they're trying to get it to like a whole number or whatever, which is fine. I understand that, and it's usually like up to like $2,
Right.
even though the tip was like $8 already, so it's fine. But obviously, the more money, the more agreeable that you're going to be to this person. This person did their entire order. I can't remember what it was from, but I checked out the entire order. I'm in my car. I'm on the way to this person's house. I get a text from them, saying, I forgot to add this to my list. Is there any chance that you can go back and just buy it and I'll add it to your tip? That was a mistake that I made because I did that and then didn't get a bigger tip. They took out more.
I would have contacted the support and been like, yo, that guy's a bitch.
This guy's an ass. But no, it's like the people like that, or the ones that like you're just about, so like you go through, you say like start shopping or whatever, and it gives you the entire list that you need to shop for. Once you have no more, don't have anything else on the list, it just says go to checkout. And once you hit go to checkout, they cannot add anything else. And I don't know how this fucking happens, but every time I do, the last time it's like, all right, good, and then I immediately hit go to checkout. It says this item was just added. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And it's the opposite side of the store too. Like that's you've been in Wegmans in Amherst Street.
Yeah.
Like at least roughly know where it is. That's like me, like fucking in line at like the self checkout, and they ask for a gallon of milk.
I would tell them no. I would be like, you cannot have milk.
All right. You tell them no.
Yeah.
The order's $46 and it's around the corner. You go back for the milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
How much milk? Is it a gallon?
It's just a gallon.
Okay, yeah, I would do
Okay.
it.
Here's the conundrum though. You've been in line for 20 minutes. And you're next. You go back for the milk?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walk slowly. Maybe the
Leave your cart there. Block the aisle.
you ask somebody.
You're
hey,
saving
can you
your
stand here real
spot.
quick? Just you ask somebody, hey, can you stand here real quick? And then when they're doing their stuff, you're like, hey, thanks. And you just start scanning your stuff.
Scan your stuff on someone else's order.
Yeah.
And then bag it and leave, just walking away like, yeah, you got this. Yeah.
You give them the address and leave.
Right. Yeah, you got it. You're fine.
Hey, my order was never dropped off. Don't worry. I sent my associate.
I sent my associate.
Who's your associate? I have no idea.
My dog. Oh shit, wrong associate.
Oh, shit. Whoops. I'm not affiliated with them.
He was not my associate, so there must be another associate.
You said that it was yours. Nope. I didn't say that.
I said an associate. I didn't say my associate.
Yes. But it's right there. I don't see that.
Prove it.
I'm dyslexic. I can't read.
Then how'd you know that I wanted this? Pictures.
Pictures. Pictures.
Sure. All right. You have anything else to bitch about?
I do not.
All right. So with that, say goodbye for now. Go complain about something to a loved one because, it's that time of the year. And wash your fucking hands.
Wash them, y'all.
Or Robert will do something to them. That.
Who knows what that means?
So, yeah, we'll say goodbye for now. We'll see you next week.
Peace.